you, Allah.
Hello everybody. So today I want to talk about the meaning of Ramadan and the brief of history of Ramadan in different perspectives. So before starting the videos, please subscribe my channel and put a like in the video. Okay, thank you so much everybody. I hope unfortunately this Ramadan will be at home, so please follow the advices from scientists and also some different doctors, and keep safe and stay at home, clean your hands. Thank you so much everybody. Let's continue. So let's take a look the meaning of Ramadan and how it comes in our life. I'm going to analyze the meanings of Ramadan. So let's begin. Ramadan, which falls on the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, is the most religiously significant time of year for Muslims throughout the world. It marks the month in which the Quran, the holy text of Islam, was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad by the archangel Gabriel in 610. This is a month of fasting, prayer, and reflection for Muslims. During this time, Muslims refrain from eating or drinking from sunrise to sunset. Especially fasting is the major critical point of Ramadan, and strive to avoid thoughts and behavior which are considered to be impure under the tenets of Islam. Muslims believe that the spiritual rewards for this good behavior are increased during Ramadan. This fast is broken each day with a meal shared amongst family and friends, and the end of Ramadan culminates in a 3-day festival known as Eid al-Fitr. The origins of Ramadan lie in the life of Muhammad, the founding prophet of Islam, and in the history of his encounter with the divine. First Ramadan, when Muhammad was 40, he began to spend time in solitude thinking of the question which troubled him. To do this, he took on the habit of retreating to a cave within a mountain called Al-Hira for a month at a time. One year, around 610, Muhammad went up Al-Hira on a day like any other, but he was soon visited by the archangel Gabriel, who took hold of Muhammad and commanded terrified man to read. Muhammad was so afraid that he refused twice before actually asking what it was he was supposed to read. Gabriel replied with this: "Proclaim, in the name of the Lord and Cherished, who created man out of a cloth of congealed blood. Proclaim, and the Lord is most bountiful, who taught by the pen taught man that which he knoweth not." Gabriel then proclaimed that, "Thou art the messenger of God, and I am Gabriel." And Muhammad fled the cave, thinking that he had been accosted by an evil spirit. He ran down the mountain side. And as he did, the angel Gabriel appeared in its true form in the sky above him, filling the entire sky, which had become green, which incidentally is where Islam gains its official color. When Muhammad returned home, he told his family of what had happened, and when he saw the wisdom of a particularly devout Christian relative, he was told that he had been chosen as a prophet of God. Shortly after, Muhammad began to receive further revelations from Gabriel, as well as from the realizations of his own heart. According to the Hadith, the stories about Muhammad's life, all holy scriptures were sent down during Ramadan, making these 30 days the holiest in this religion. Let's take a look at the traditions of Ramadan. So what people do during this fasting. As one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the fundamental acts of Islamic worship, Ramadan is rife with sacred traditions. The beginnings and endings of Ramadan are ruled by the lunar cycles, and also the beginning of this holy month typically falls a day or soon after the new moon. At this time, many Muslims decorate their homes with lamps, lights, crescents, and stars. Although make no mistake, Ramadan isn't a time for celebration, but rather for spiritual reflection. The use of lanterns is beautifully prevalent, with these lights being commonly hung at shops, homes, trees, and many other places. This tradition may have originated in Egypt, where during the Fatimid Caliphate, Kalak al-Muzil din Allah was greeted by lantern holders to celebrate his rule. The central activity of Ramadan is of course fasting. For the entire month, Muslims refrain from eating while the sun is shining. With the exception of those who are elderly, ill, or have any other condition which might be preclude fasting. If you have disability, this kind of procedures you can exclude, you cannot be fasting. This fasting must be intentional. The concept of niyah, which means intention, guides the fasting of Ramadan. Muslims must willfully dedicate their fast to Allah alone in order to achieve niyah. Each day, this fast is broken after sunset, often with dates, as the Prophet Muhammad recommended. Muslims gather their friends and families in what are called iftar parties to eat in fellowship. After breaking the fast, but before eating dinner, Muslims offer the fourth of their 5 daily prayers, the Maghrib prayer, and after dinner, they make their way to their mosque to offer the 5th daily prayer, known as the Isha prayer. The day will often end with a special voluntary prayer called Tarawih, which is offered by the congregation. The final 10 days of Ramadan are considered some of the most holy. The 27th night is the particular importance because the Quran is also dawning. This is called the night of power. This is the night that Muhammad received his first revelation. And many Muslims spend this time praying and reciting the Quran. After the 30 days of Ramadan have passed, the month concludes in a celebration known as Eid al-Fitr, wherein Muslims gather to offer prayers of thanks. Delicious dishes are prepared and for the occasion of Muslims, and everywhere visits friends and exchange gifts during this time. Amount of faith. This is not just a time for abstract reflection. Ramadan has a real, practical purpose that creates a real change within those who observe it. Ramadan is all about growing nearer to God, you close to God by prayer, by fasting. These days especially are important for a Muslim who especially are close to God to be safer and their God receive all messages from the prayers. Ramadan is all about growing near to God physically, carrying our task solely for God helps Muslims to feel that He's a real reality in their lives, and because a sense of purpose and direction. It's also about developing and stretching powers of self-control that so that throughout the rest of year sinful desires and thoughts can be resisted. So finally, to summarize this topic, Ramadan is a great time to learn and practice charity, kindness and generosity. Deprivation and fasting helps Muslims to remember the plight of those less fortunate. You destroy, you are going to exclude all material things. It's a kind of transcendentalism, but is a bit different, because transcendental people generally think that nature and also God are in harmony. So this kind of behavior is different from transcendentalism. Okay, so normally is definitely a different topic, different words that I talk about. Above all, those who observe Ramadan find themselves with a chance to truly contemplate their faith and rid themselves of those bad habits they have accumulated over the previous year. It is a time unlike any other in Islamic calendar, a sort of reset button for the soul. For Muslims, Ramadan was founded so that humankind could benefit from its custom to change themselves for the better, strengthening their bond with God, enabling themselves to make the world a better place. So that is all what I am going to talk about Ramadan and its meaning, how it comes into our world, what kind of things happen during this criteria of every Muslim people must know about this one. Thank you so much everybody for listening me. Please subscribe my channel and like it. If you want, you can also share different platforms that everybody understand, or religion in of international language. One is the English one. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye everybody.